Good morning to our learners. Our topic for today is how do scientists collect and interpret data? So this is in your skills handbook, lesson 3. Data collecting. This is one work of the scientist. So data is a kind of information from which a conclusion can be drawn or predict. So scientists gather information or data so that they could form a solution or an answer to their question. One scenario or one event that is illustrated here in your book is the tornado. Tornado can be very dangerous. In a tornado, wind can gust to more than 100 miles per hour. It could lift an object, it could destroy houses and buildings. At the same time, the damage is very serious when you have a strong tornado. One of the problem of the scientists is predicting the arrival of tornado. When can we know if the tornado is coming or not? But the scientist has its own way how to do it. They use devices, they use technology so that they could predict or know the tornado coming. Okay, so here one of the devices or technology that scientists use is a Doppler radar. Okay, a Doppler radar could track or know the weather pattern, and it could help scientists collect data to predict the future storm pattern. At the same time, it could also help the scientists to know the weather condition. So by the weather condition, at the same time, the pattern of storm, the scientists could gather information also about the tornado forecast. Okay, in question number 1 here, it says, you collect data about the type of weather your town has been experiencing. Can you use the data to draw a conclusion about all the other areas in the states or region? Explain. The possible answer is no, because different places have different weather conditions. For example, here in Cobar, can you conclude that the weather here in Cobar is also same in United States? Or example, in one of the places in United States. Can you conclude, so since today is sunny here in Cobar, Saudi Arabia, so the weather also in California, United States, is the same. So we cannot use the same data here in Cobar comparing other region, because remember, weather in different places or in different regions of the world is different, so we cannot compare, but we could compare. Like example, in Cobar it's sunny, so probably the weather also in Damam is also sunny. We could compare the same thing there because Cobar and then Damam is near places in Saudi Arabia. Okay, now in question number 2, circle what scientists need to do to understand how tornadoes is forming. So we circle this. Why? Because it gives us a hint how do scientists understand the formation of tornado here. Okay, now let's proceed to the next slide. Precision and accuracy. Scientists is collecting data to try to control their experiments. This means they avoid having things happen that might interfere with good data collection. Data from controlled experiment are consistent and precise. What does it mean? Precision means the ability to consistently repeat the measurement, and accuracy is the ability to make the measurement that is close to the actual value or answer. So I will use this illustration to uh, explain what does precision and accuracy means. It says precision means the ability to consistently repeat. So I will use a dart board to explain what does uh, precision means. So precision meaning it keeps on repeating. Example, if you are a dart player, so if you're playing a dart and then you consistently target the blue area, meaning this target shows that you are high precision because you keep on repeating to target in this place. But honestly, your target should be in yellow because the bull's eye is in the yellow section. So precise means you keep repeating the same thing in this area. That is precise. But when you are saying accurate, you are near the target. Remember that the yellow region here, the yellow part, is near the bull's eye. So when you are spatting here, meaning you are near the bull's eye. Okay? So I will repeat accuracy meaning repeated. You repeat the same spot here, but accuracy means you are near the target. Okay? Now, next. Let's demonstrate number 3. Draw a mark on the target to the right to repeat data that are both accurate and precise. If you hit this area, okay, the one that I dotted with pink, meaning you are precise and you are accurate. Why? Because your focus is to hit the bullseye section, which is in the middle of yellow. Okay? Now, let's try to answer number 4. What does the yellow highlight tell you about the word on this page? Okay? Why this is yellow? Okay? I highlight that one in yellow because that is the definition or meaning of precision and accuracy. As a scientist, highlighting important word is important also. Okay? Now, next. Tools. Scientists use different tools to measure. At the same time, they also use different tools to view objects such as microscope if they want to see bigger. If they want to see small things bigger or to zoom it out, they use microscope. Okay. If they want to measure the mass, they could use balance or weighing scale. If they want to measure the hotness and coldness of an object or the weather, they could use a thermometer. If they want to know time, they could use clock. Or if they want to measure the elapse of time, they could use stopwatch. If they want to calculate in easy way, they could use calculator. If they want to know the volume of liquid, they could use a graduated cylinder. If they want to measure the distance of an object, they could use a meter stick or yardstick. If they want to know the force of an object, they could use a spring scale. So different devices have different function. So it depends on their experiment. Actually, this tools is just basic. So we have a lot of tools that scientists are using to do an experiment. So here, number 6. Why should you look at a graduated cylinder at an eye level when you are reading the scale? This is a graduated cylinder. Why you need to place graduated cylinder in your eye level? Okay, the possible answer to get the exact volume of liquid. Because example, if you are using this graduated cylinder and then you want to know the volume of the liquid, and then you are just standing and then you are checking the volume on the top of the cylinder, you cannot see the actual measurement. You need to put it into your eye level, so that you could see it. At the same time, you could know the exact measurement of liquid. Number 7, scientists use tools other than the one of this page. What tool could help you gather information, analyze data, and find information collected by others? You could use your computer or your iPad or your mobile phone, because you could do your research even though you are not going to library. But before, girls, life is really hard if you want to study, because you need to go to the library to find your reference, or you need to buy books. But nowadays you could just go to Google, browse your internet, and do the searching. So it's more easy today compared before. Next, safety is the top list priority. Okay, that is the top priority of scientists. When they're doing experiment, safety is their priority. So when you're conducting experiment, please also keep in your mind that you need to be safe. So when I'm talking about safety, you need to wear safety tools. Okay, so like the goggles, hand gloves, lab coat, or apron, so that you will be protected. Goggles is used to protect your eyes. Lab coat is important to protect your body, especially when you are doing experiment that is dealing to chemicals and hot objects. Okay, hand gloves is also important, so that your hand is protected to any spillage or bacteria or other harmful object. Okay, and then you also need to tie your hair, especially if you have thick curly hair, thick, long and curly hair. So you need to tie it so that it will not distract you. At the same time, it will not burn when you are dealing with fire in the experiment. Number 8, why might it be important to ask question after your teacher give instruction? Okay, the possible answer, so that you could clear your doubts whenever you have an experiment. Okay, sometimes instruction is confusing. So you need to ask questions to clear your doubts, so that all is clear, at the same time all is in proper order. Now, organizing data. Scientists needs to organize their data. When they organize their data, usually they use tables and graph, so that it's easy to understand and it's easy to look into. So here we have an example of tables, and then we also here example of bar graph. So which is better to understand? A paragraph form, a table form of data, or a bar chart? For me, it's easy to check data when it is written or drawn like this. Okay, example, if you try to look at this one, I'm lazy to read this paragraph. Okay, so if you are trying to compare paragraph form information to this information, it's easy to understand this way. Okay, so we have here a graph about numbers of tornado in United States. So you have here different places in United States, the number of tornadoes occurred in this place, and then the description of places. Is it a flat place, a high place? Okay, so here in question number 9, complete the data. So in your book, this too is not available in your book, right? So I've drawn this part so that we could complete the chart. So here in Florida, that is 55. So I draw a bar here. And then in Indiana, that is 22. I will continue the video in the next part. See you there.